Greetings everyone, my name is Zetterville, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Alvora Tactics. During the last part, I went back to Lorm's house after defeating the Alvora Core and discussed what my next plan of action is after learning that the larvae are actually mini Alvoras. And after that I recruited my sixth and final party member, Morana, who, after some level grinding off screen, I was able to unlock the Mechanist and Bat Handler classes. The Mechanist class uses various combat devices, so like portable walls, turrets, flares, pulses, frost, and heal stations. But you do consume quite a bit of MP, so I really need to give her MP to actually use those items. Like for example, the turret costs 12 MP by itself, so if I use it, I can't really use much other than the remote flares and remote healing stations. And the Bat Handler class summons and controls powerful Zorbats, which we haven't seen yet, but they can spawn in this Overgrown Cavern in the lower regions. So one of the base abilities would be to summon the Zorbat, which will basically act like a pet who will follow us throughout the battle. Unfortunately, they only last for about 100 ticks, so that's about 3 or 4 combat actions. But there are a whole bunch of other utilities that make it pretty useful as well. And after some further consideration, I think I'll give her crossbows, because, well, if I'm going to be using the Tinkerer as well as the Bat Handler classes, it's best not to be up in the fray. It's best to be more, especially for the Tinkerer or Mechanist, it's better to use crossbows or something. And I already have a hammer user, so once I get back to town I will be getting a crossbow. But I will also keep quick hands so I can actually reuse crossbows as quickly as possible. So let's see here. Of course, now I'm going to apply all of those extra stats that I got, because I did quite a bit of level grinding, and I found some nice extra items. As you can see here, I now have the ability to create armor. I got the mask for Bat Handler, and in addition to that, I also got a mithril chunk, which will allow me to make them some of the best equipment items. After all, as you can see here, when slotted in, it gives +1 defense, physical defense that is. So when I get back to town, I'll craft a mithril chestplate, or mithril mail. Now, in the future I may actually decide to switch Morana from being a Mechanist Bat Handler to a Mechanist, maybe Enchanter or something, because I'm not sure how useful the Bat Handler will scale in later levels, but I at least want to try it out. I don't want to be something like the rogue though. I may become an archer though, or sharpshooter, so that may help. After all, they do get more crossbow utility. After all, sometimes you want to get the classes for their stat boosts more than anything else. Not to mention that the sharpshooter actually, it doesn't really cost that much MP to use their attacks. So if I don't really like the Bat Handler class, I think I'll switch over to being a Mechanist sharpshooter, or sharpshooter Bat Handler, depending on if I like the Mechanist, because the Mechanist has a lot of utility. But let's actually start applying all the stars I got. So let's upgrade Magma all the way to max. With this now we can attack from a really long range. Unfortunately, unlike Flood, you don't really have as much range for that. Here for Magma it's the +3 range, but for the Flood it's +4. Flood is after all the longest one. Let's see here. I would upgrade the ice more, but we really need more MP, so upgrading MP. Everyone needs more MP at this point, except probably Ophelia. I'm going to take a little bit more risk and upgrade her sword skill up to 5. And then I'm going to feed all of that rest into HP. After all, by this point I'm almost reaching the end of each character's progression in terms of skills, and the only thing they're really getting is more experience. After all, I have so much to dump, I might as well just focus on that. See, Discipline is also pretty nice because I can cure negative status effects for everyone actually in the region. That is really useful. And I really should be upgrading Resuscitated. Once I do that, I'll switch back to Warrior and upgrade that to max. Similarly here, Well, he needs HP more than anyone else, so I'm gonna keep upgrading his HP. Now I'll go fix his shield skill, which is already very high. By this point, we're doing a lot of damage with our weapon skills, and from what my experience compared to, let's say, remember when Morana used her axe and it only dealt 9 damage? I may or may not have edited out that battle. Yeah, it seems like adding the more axe skill will have a lot more impact than I expected it. Next up, I'll keep upgrading MP. Sovereign doesn't really need more HP at this point. Stunning enemies would be nice, but I think Gate Trick would be better. Sure, let's do Gate Swap as well if he wants to travel further. Oh yeah, Revive is extremely important in that regard. Also Ward, I really should have taken this a bit earlier because having magic damage will also be useful in certain scenarios. And as usual, more MP for her. She needs it, of course. I'll probably just use the training in order to buff up everyone's HP because they don't really need... Most of my characters aren't taking too much damage, but really they need more MP to basically power up all their skills. Alright, I think we're all set. To the north is the connection to the Crub Reefs, but I will go down once again. Mainly because I want to visit the Golden Palace again to see if there's any secrets or something. So down the hole we go. Oh, okay, so we're finding now green Vinemen. Let's see here. Sure, let's do a remote flare, because if I can detonate it, it'll deal massive damage. Let's see here, what should I be doing? Nah, I think I'll just do Gate Onslaught and wait for everything to activate. Meanwhile, I have to move Veron a little bit off so I can actually activate Gate Magma properly. I want to activate just below, but it's a little bit difficult to get the range working. Oh, I think I know what's going on. Oh, good enough for me. Meanwhile, Villas can actually deal some damage for here. Oh, and he has counter too. That's a little bit annoying, but it's not too much of a problem. Now, if only Farron still had her fire abilities. Oh well. I really should be... Unfortunately, even though Farron uses bows, none of her class trees actually use bows, so off screen, I will gain some extra utilities on the scout tree or the sharpshooter, and upgrade her bow ability just a bit, because right now, it's not really that strong whatsoever. Her bow power-ups aren't really that powerful, and she can't really use magic anyway. She's purely defensive. Now, if these Vinemen are smart, they'll try walking out of the Gate Magma region. Which they are exactly doing it. Oh, I forgot the mini-bomb would do that. Whoops. Of course they dodged everything, but thankfully Sorvin is able to finish the job for most of them. Gosh, we're at really low health, unfortunately. Yeah, I also off screen I gave everyone augments to their equipment, so everyone has a lot of spider silk in their equipment to give them extra dodge. Plus I equipped or augmented Sorvin's hammer so that now it deals electric damage. It's not as useful now, but it will be in the... Oh wait, that's the wrong... It's not as useful now, but it will be in the near future. Unfortunately, the enemies walked off screen before I could use the utility, but this becomes useful in the near future, don't worry. Yeah, these tools are going to be, especially the turret, are more useful when combined or used in multiples, or if enemies are more stationary, if we can at least slow them down. Yeah, I'll just use Preserve over here. I think I should move closer. Vron's very close to dying due to that sudden firebomb. Okay, let's heal everyone up. Now everyone has a much better chance of surviving. Meanwhile, Ophelia can finish the job. Especially with the extra fire damage. Oh, it was right in the distance over there, so I couldn't see it, or darkness. Thankfully, Farron's counterattack worked. Yeah, and as you can see, the turret will fire every so often. And now let me show you what this firebomb does. We can choose multiple targets we want. As you can see, it exploded over there, but unfortunately we couldn't really use it because most of the enemies were dead. Let's see what's under this place. Oh, I remember being right over here. I mean, everything is still burned down. That's kind of odd though. Why did we fight Green Vineman if this whole place has been burned down already? Or I got all the utilities. That's a little bit strange. Oh yeah, a remote healing station will also be pretty nice. But I need to wait one turn before I can actually use it, which is where problems start to come along. And throughout my previous part I battled a lot of spiders and Vinemen, but I still didn't find where the giant spiders are. And we can get iron chunks this way. I saw it once the first time I went through the Overgrown Cavern, but I've never seen that giant spider again. I wonder what's going on. Let's try doing the remote flare. And let's detonate. Let's try another one. Thankfully they don't get a concern until I activate it. And we did enough damage and set the whole ground on fire. So now let's just place it to her. Let's summon a Zorbat for help. So basically the Bat Handler is a pet class, so we can keep summoning Zors and everything to help us. And if we can continuously do it, we can deal a lot of damage. Speaking of which, if I can get close enough, unfortunately he was too far. Well, at least I can do something. Sure, let's ignite all of them too. We did push away their turns because of those flare bombs, so that is really useful. So Willis can charge forward and take on this magical Splitworm. I'm not too worried about the taking too much damage. After all, I have enough defense to take care of these. Especially as it's becoming individually weaker per every turn. Let's see, let's use the prayer ability. Let's move up and use the prayer ability so our friend can actually, or Morana can use her another bat summon. And we can't control that Zorbat, unfortunately. It will automatically act on its own accord. Yeah, one of those situations where I should have upgraded my flame. Actually, by this point I probably... Yeah, I think I'll switch over to Skull and upgrade my flame and frost, so I can actually hit from afar. This is kind of embarrassing. Well, we took care of that one. Thankfully the weapon comes back to us. I thought first when I was going to use Gate Trick, the weapon wouldn't come back to us. I thought it was like a temporary thing. Sure, let's summon another Zorbat. Yeah, you can get a whole army of them, which is really helpful if you want to split off the enemies, if necessary. Well, let's take care of this one. See if I can condensate them. Let's get behind them and deal some damage. Thankfully, at least 4 of our characters can counterattack in some fashion. I mean, Sorvin, Willis, Ophelia, and now even Morana can counterattack. Although I'll take off the melee counterattack with the ranged counterattack when I get to that class, if necessary. Let's do this. As you can see here, they're pretty helpful, especially if you get into large enough numbers. Of course, friendly fire is still in place and you can accidentally kill your Zor companions. Now, just as I was saying, I'm going to be switching over Sorvin temporarily from being a Warp Blade. Let me fix that. I'm going to temporarily switch him from being a Warp Blade to a Scholar because he really needs to upgrade those skills. I really need him to actually be able to hit long-range flames and whatnot. Not to mention prayer. Alright, let's continue onwards into the Golden Palace, if this is the correct way. I'm gonna ignore all the magical split worms at this point, mainly because I really want to get back to the Golden Palace. And thankfully, as long as I ignore them, they'll ignore me. Lots of iron ore down here as well. Alright, we're out of here. Oh, never mind then. That was strange. Okay, never mind, we're at the Golden Palace. I thought for a second we were entering the Crub Reefs again, due to that odd background transition. Oh, poison. Okay, I was expecting that. That was eventually going to happen. Thankfully, we have a sage to actually cure everything. I better get out of here so everyone doesn't get poisoned to death. Alright, everyone's back to normal. Wow, that's going to keep spraying, it seems. Oh no. Okay, I didn't expect to face enemies right over here. Let's retry this, hold on. I didn't expect enemies to be right by the door. Alright, let's summon some help. And let's see here, where are you? Okay. And summon one more just for extra measure. Just for good measure. Alright, let's go. If I can aim this correctly... Yes, I can now hit with 2 of these terrors or whatever they are. Yeah, I don't remember fighting all of these Raylocks. Oh, and I lost my bat friends. Well, at least I can summon more of them. Of course, they patched out that exploit. As usual, I'm going to stay behind and use Onslaught to attack everyone. There are probably more enemies off screen, so that's what they're going to be planning for. Let's get up here and use Mighty Block so everyone can be a bit protected. And Ophelia, well, she can plan with the guard over here. Whoa. Wonderful, now they can blind us. That's not good. I was waiting for that to happen. That's not good. Well, all their accuracies have been shot, and wow, these are snakes. Yeah, Gate Storm should do the trick, I hope. How many people are blinded? Everyone except Ron, it seems. That's not good. Let's see what our Zorbat friend does. Well, I wanted something else, but I guess that'll do. Let's place a turret down over here. See if that'll help. Well, now at least two of us can see. Okay, let's go forward with Willis. Oh no, that's a bad idea. Let's go forward with Willis this way. He may die on this, but I'm not sure. That was really lucky, especially because Ophelia lost... doesn't have her... she's blinded, basically. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. Whoops, I forgot I was using that. If I only had a physical unit who can push it back. Sorvin is of course blinded once again. So let's cure everyone again. And steer the other direction, hopefully. Morana is doing fine, but her axe abilities won't be helpful at all, so I guess retreating with her would be nice. Yeah, Willis is in bad. Oh, he ran out of bandages. That's bad. I think it's time to make a hasty retreat somewhere. Sure, let's blow it up and see if it works. Okay, it worked, I suppose. Yeah, when I came in here I was expecting to fight those terrors again, but I didn't expect to fight all of these giant snakes and whatnot. Let's actually use a bandage on Willis. He really needs it at this point. If only I upgraded the fire ability. At least I can deal with that one. So let's heal Ophelia back up so she can actually survive. Oh, I keep forgetting the turret is placed over there, but it's not really being helpful. Okay, that takes care of one of those enragers. And thankfully that bat did his job by absorbing the blow. Sure, that should deal quite a bit of damage in that regard. The last one I need to take care of is Hunt, and everyone is basically... everyone's basically hurting. Well, everyone's a little bit better in that way. Let me activate it by turning it. Oh, it's turned right now. Well, at least I can walk out of the way for that one. Probably should have rallied everyone up first before I went to this fight. That would have been really helpful. This is one of those situations where I really wish I had anti-blindness at this point. Oh, at least the fire actually activated. Alright, we've defeated this area's series of Enragers. Let's take a look at what the... Oh, Raylocks. Okay. Semi-aquatic beasts that use their glowing lure to mimic the eyes of common prey. So, humanoid eyes. Oh. If we have to fight a lot more of these, I'm going to get the glasses that I hope I remember to keep in my inventory. We can either go left or right, so let's go right this time. Oh, good, we have a steel Habaric. Actually, by this point we can... Yeah, we can basically create gear now if we really want to. I'll keep that in my inventory because it'll sell well. Okay, another one of these puzzles. Oh no. No thanks, that's a little bit too... That's going to take at least one episode in its entirety to complete for me. Okay, we need to get back here and open the doors somewhere else. So let's go back to where we fought the core of Alvora and see if there's anything new. Yeah, every chunk it seems has its own set of enemies and common treasures you can get. But on rare occasions, you can actually get caves or randomly generated rooms which have unique treasures, which you can only get if you have the correct class composition. Okay, we're back over here. Yeah, I skipped the Devilfly fight in the last one. So let's try fighting it and see if we survive this one. If we don't, well, I'll continue on where I last left off. We're gonna have to rally everyone out for this, though. There we go. It's time to fight. Yeah, it's called Devilfly, even though its class is Angelfly, technically. I'm gonna get out of the way and, well, I'm gonna be using an Onslaught once again because I can hit them from any range. So I can hit it from a safe distance, basically. So let's summon a Zor for help. Ron, well... I'm gonna be playing defensive for now, but I really don't want to stay in groups because I remember what happened last time, the last Angel fight. Where it has longer range utilities and whatnot. Yeah, I don't want that happening. At least I have guards here this time. Probably should be also getting regen up. Yeah, that turret is going to be helpful only for a short while though. And of course it summons bot flies for assistance. They're almost dead though, so it's not too much of a worry. So let's slowly send Willis ahead. Sorvin, well... I'll move a bit closer and use the prayer ability so he can use Gate Onslaught again. Yeah, that turret is really earning its weight in gold, that's for sure. I really want to try activating a turret from inside, but I need to get close enough in order to do that, unfortunately. Yeah, I can't reach it right now, unfortunately. Maybe I'll see... Getting the move ability will be really helpful for situations like this. Kind of risky though, keeping everyone in a group like this. Especially because of that one, because it'll create so many status effects. Crazy. At least we have Cure if necessary. Thank you, Fly. Yeah, let's do Gate Onslaught again in case it decides to summon more of these flies. And let's run away with Morana so we don't take more damage. Let's try chilling it a little bit. Sure, oops, I didn't mean to destroy the turret. That was my fault though. I'm gonna try keeping my wide guard up as much as possible so it can actually do more, so that it can help with everything. After all this enemies or bosses' attacks are all physical, so I'm not too worried in that regard. And also, the other reason why I wanted that was because of this. Oh hey, it was actually standing on top of a mask as I was expecting. It's almost dead, so let's try to see if Sorbing can finish the job. He did! Devilfly has been defeated. Well, that wasn't too bad. I was expecting a much tougher fight. But those turrets really helped. So yeah, there's the merit for using the Mechanist class. So I will definitely keep using it throughout the LP. Eager Mask, let's see what it gives us. Oh, the Defiler. I don't think I'll be using the Defiler class, sadly. Mainly because all my other party members are currently suited up to what they were. If I somehow get access to a 7 class or 7 party member, sure I'll do it. But I didn't see any shortcuts in the hotkey menu, so I don't think it's possible. Yeah, we've been here all the time. Oh. Okay, I haven't seen these enemies before. Alright, let's try facing them then. As usual, let's rally up. Unfortunately, I wish the rally lasted a little bit longer outside of combat. And let's have her dump some turrets around. That should give us a nice initiative. And then get the first blow in combat by doing this. Wonderful. I always like when I can get a lot of initiatives immediately. Like as you see here, I was able to quickly just take care of whoever this was. Oh, we have a unique boss team as well. We didn't see what their intro was, but I already know what they were going to say. As usual, Sovereign's first meaning of attack is going to be, of course, Onslaught. Why wouldn't it be? Liking the boss team though, that's for sure. Well, that took care of another one, it seems. That's not close enough, unfortunately. So I'll just brave up and prepare for the next turn. Oh, that's a new pad. I didn't expect there to be a chasm right over there. Of course, one of them would have a crossbow, and it seems that many other enemies are using augments too. Oh, that was a wonderful. Sure, let's try firing another lightning bolt at it. Whoa. Why did they get hit by so many lightning bolts at once? Oh, maybe if the shock actually hits multiple water tiles, they take more damage. That's neat. Sure, let's fire another lightning bolt here and deal more damage. Yeah, we're whittling them down really fast. So Bourne is left. So let's have Morana finish the job. Well, that was quite easy actually, but that was more due to the fact that, well, I pre-planned this and put all the turrets down. Yeah, we really need someone who can, if someone can use Bolt more easily, that's going to be really helpful. Especially with more max range, so, yeah, upgrading some of the characters' lightning abilities is going to be helpful, so yeah, let's give him lightning. I'm going to keep on this class until I upgrade Flame and Frost so they have max range, as well as Prayer though. Oh yeah, I didn't actually show what their conversation was, my mistake, so let's do this. And let me make a save over here and load load my earlier save so we can see what they actually were going to say. I'd like to at least see what's going on. Oh, yeah, I am. Oh, okay, so they're here because they want to stop us from destroying Alvora because it's going to destroy their livelihood. Well, there's a lot of treasure in Alvora that we didn't get yet, so I suppose that's that. Or that's what they're fighting us for. Oops. Yeah, I forgot to turn those off though. And before we go, it's time to loot their really powerful gear actually. I get the feeling that we weren't supposed to fight them at this point, but, well, we're strong enough, so might as well. I'm going to have to dump this in a lot of different characters' inventories. The shield is of course going to go on Willis at first because he's the shield user. Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, let's see. 6 more. Yeah, let's make it immune to chilled. Why not? I say that we're probably not supposed to fight them at this point, mainly because, well, they have mithril gear. Oh, there's what I was looking for. Wonderful. Not to mention, let's see what everyone else needs. Yeah, let's give him the steel shield as a replacement for the... let's give him the upgraded steel shield and keep this as an extra just in case. More revive dust. Wow, Volt Greatsword. Normally I would have given this to Ophelia, mainly because it deals more damage, but I really want to use the fire abilities. I'll keep it on Ophelia for now just to try it out, but she won't be able to set things on fire for now. Oh, a dragon pistol. That's also going to go to Morana in case she needs to use it. Mini bomb. Oh, Volskarn gauntlets. That's more strength and more magic attacks, so... Of course, the only character who really would benefit from the most would be Sorvin due to his combination of attacks. Lots of good stuff we're getting here. That's for sure. I can probably melt down all this extra mithril into other gears if necessary. If I don't finish the game by this point, or in the next part, I'll have a lot of gold to spend around and use for stuff. Plus a lot of dodging here, but I don't really have a use for it. Oh well, it'll make nice equipment fodder. Gosh, I really wish I unlocked another bag or something. Yeah, this is a rather ominous looking path. Well, I guess this is a good time to end off this part. So in this part, I explored the underbelly of the underground forest again, or underground caverns. I made my way through a new chunk of the Golden Palace, and I defeated the Devilfly at whatever this area is, and I defeated this party of adventurers who want to stop us from destroying Alvora. So in the next part, I'll travel through this ominous looking cave and see what lies beyond. Well then, thanks for watching and have a nice day. Toodles!